All right. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. My brothers and sisters over at YouTube, Pastor Dowell. Well, it's been a long day for me. Been out all day long, so I thought I've been wanting to do this because people have been asking. So I'm going to show you exactly where our greenhouse is right now. Okay. I know I was supposed to keep you up to date. I apologize for not doing it. So here we are right now. Okay. All right. Now, so we are in the greenhouse, and this is where our cucumbers are at, because this is the start of the fruit of the cucumbers. So you remember where these cucumbers were a few weeks ago. They were nowhere near to this stage. Okay. Also, here is some of our paste tomatoes, and you can see where they have grown. And let me just give you a long distance here view. We have tomatoes in here. We have cucumbers in here. We have bell peppers in here. And this is where we're at right now at concerning of our greenhouse. And we have not only that, but regular slicing tomatoes, eating tomatoes, where you can make plenty of salsa. That's one reason why we grow so many tomatoes, because we have salsa in it. I'm hoping that after we had already pulled this up, and I can see it right now, and that is what's happening, is that we have green beans. And all these beds right here coming up. Now over here is our seedlings, where we actually start our own seedlings, right all down through here, okay? And in these seedlings, right here, we don't have any on the other side. That's where we end up growing the majority of our food. We have the shade cloth on. It's about 100 degrees in here, which is pretty good. We have a fan in here, fan at the other end. And we're going to show you some of the fruit of the vine that's already coming in right there. And of course over here, hope y'all can still hear me over the fan. Of course over here you have some more. There's a cluster. I hope y'all can see that cluster of tomatoes right there. Tomatoes, call it whatever you want. And so everything is coming in full bloom and coming in. All right. So we want to go over here right now to the small greenhouse. And I want to show y'all exactly what we got going on over at the small greenhouse. But before I show y'all that, you know, the garden video wouldn't be complete without the sheep and the goats in the field right there. And of course, as you can see, they got plenty to munch on. All right, over to the small greenhouse. Now, probably 2-3 times a week, and this ain't the only place that we have it, but here is some mint tea. We usually mix that with honey. Our sisters do, and we have wonderful tea. We grow in these planters right here a whole lot of these peppers right here, which you can see all the different types of peppers that are coming in right there, and right there. And we have a whole bunch of them coming in here. These beds are emptied because they have already been harvested. And this butter crunch right here is pretty much almost done ran. It's, of course, you could tell down here in this beds right here, because when you see beds empty like that, that means this is where we've been eating. And now it's time for us to put the next planting in there. Here's some Swiss chard. We got plenty of that, and we're getting ready to pull that. We're getting ready to get our last eating off of that as well. Now I'm going to take you over here and show you a little bit about the herb garden, or at least a portion of it. But before we get to the actual herbs, I'm looking around. Let me show you something right here. Here are some pears from the pear tree right here, and they look like they're doing really, really good this year. Right over here, we've harvested all of the broccoli, so we're getting ready to replace that. And right here is an herb bed. Got all different types of natural herbs that is grown in there. Now, this is what's going to take place this year. As we go down here, I know that many of you know what this is. This is blackberries. We are in for it this year. And I mean in for it in a good way. You hear me? We are in for it this year, and I mean in for it in a good way. Look at all the clusters that are forming on these blackberries right here. Look at this. And then what's flowering right here. They start off flowering like this. They ended up being these clusters right here. We're going to have so much blackberry. We're going to be able to make, I can't even begin to tell you how many jars of jam. There's a honeybee right there. And that's amazing that there are honeybees right there. And I'm glad it's doing its job, because we're getting ready to get right back in the beehives again. We've had up to 4 beehives out here, but we're getting ready to have upwards of 10 beehives. But look at all of these blackberries. Y'all seeing all these clusters? Are y'all seeing these? This is unbelievable, remarkable. Look at this. Now, this is what I be talking about. The blessing of the Lord is rich and addeth no sorrow. Or let's just say the blessings of the Master Jesus. Look at this. You see all these blackberries? Woo-wee. And this is just one run, because right behind it is another whole fence row running all down through here. Look at all these blackberries. Wow, wow, wow. Now this right here, this leader right here that's coming up out of the ground, we're going to have to end up tying it off and then pruning it back. It won't produce this year, but it'll produce next year. And then these that produce this year, we'll cut them back in the fall. All right. So anyway, look at this. Wow. Wow. And wow again. All right. I'll take a detour here just for a second. Wanted to get this video up real quick. I'll take a detour here for a second. Our collard greens is done, pretty much almost ran its course. And we're getting ready to pull all them up, because what happened is this is what happens. Our sisters will come out here and they'll take the leaves, and we'll keep on harvesting collards all the way up, and that's why they look like stalks right here, because we're maximizing our yields. Over here is the late cabbage, the early cabbage, and I forget what this other stuff is called right here. Huh? Oh, that's right, kale. Because we had some kale greens the other day. And look how healthy our kale looks. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, it is. It's in our salad bar every day at every meal, every dinner meal. I need to say. I want y'all to see something. Look at this. Look at this Jersey Wakefield right here. Look at this. Look at them little Jersey Wakefield heads. Look. And then there's some late cabbage right there, but there's some more Jersey Wakefields. And I'm going to show you something in reference to the harvesting right here too. Now, we're eating these almost every single day. And we're also making sauerkraut out of a lot of these. Again, we pull them up down here and we start harvesting them. And once this bed is finished, we replace it and we stick some other food in there. Now we're going to go up here to the garlic. The garlic is just about done ran its course. It really truly has. I want to show you where the apples is. Like I said, we're going to prop these up this year, and I'll change this by next year. I'm going to show you something. Look at all the apples on this tree right here. On these apples. Look at all these apples. And they're over here on this tree. And you can see all these apples. It's a blessing. Looking good, looking healthy. I think we got a grasp on them. I really truly do. But like I said, I'm going to prune these things back next year. And we won't get anything that year, but the year after that, it'll be another one of them bumper crops. But anyway, so now I'm getting ready to take you up here and show you the actual garlic. We have basil. In these raised beds right here, we have basil all the way down through here. And cilantro. And there's more cabbages over there, along where you can see the roses way over there. We've already done pulled up garlic, and I want to show you how we do it. First thing we do is we pull it up, we bring it over here under this pavilion right here, and we let it dry out. See all the nice healthy bulbs? And then we harvest the seeds from the top of the stems. And we keep those seeds back because in the fall time is when we're going to actually put all of them seeds back into the soil again. In between time, we're going to lime the soil, compost the soil. We're going to fertilize the soil, do everything we can to make sure we can get another healthy harvest of garlic like this again. And that's just on one side, it's on the other side. But this ain't what I want to show you. Can you smell that? You smell it? Okay, this is what I want to show you up here. Let's go up here. Of course, there more our layers are. These are our clotheslines. Some people say they haven't seen clotheslines in 30 years. Well, we still have clotheslines out here Straitway. We do. And that's a mother and her child up there. Watch this. Look at this. This is what garlic looks like when it's just about ready to be harvested. Right here. Look at this. And then these things up here is where we get the seeds from. Right here. But check this out. Oh, of course, we also take the seeds from the bulbs too. And we split them up and replant them as well. But look at all this. All this wonderful garlic right here. Look at this. And this is as a matter of fact, this is our largest raised bed that we have on the community. We're definitely going to have more than enough. Over here are our layers. And where we get fresh eggs. Somewhere between, I'm just going to be very, a little bit liberal on this judgment right here, but sometimes I lose count because I'm not always around. But with our layer birds right there, we get between 12 and 24 dozen a day. Okay, last thing I want to chop you off with, and we're done with the video, is I want to show y'all the famous roses that we have here Straitway. Babe, if you want to, you can go ahead and head on back because this is a long way. But if you want to, you can come. Makes no difference to me. All right, so we're going to show y'all this nice rose garden that we got down here. Oh yeah, I can tell you that the labor of my hands, the labor of the hands of people that have been with me over 20 years, it has definitely paid off as the years went by. It truly, truly has. And that we thank the Father for. We're watching another generation come in, and they're doing well, and y'all's good. I want y'all to see what Angelica did. Listen, look what Angelica did. Look, is that not beautiful? She thought of that all by herself. And instead of just pretty plants, there are herbs in there. Which are pretty plants. Now look what we got right here. Now look at, please keep out. More food. Oh yeah, more food. Yeah. All right, so here we are. Of course, right here is the famous dining hall. Everybody sees. Here is our wonderful children's playground. And here is the wonderful, oh man, the roses are getting ready to die out. They're running their course. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Ah, glory to the King. And I'll say this again. Here is the legendary dining hall. Very popular place for the feast days. And again, some mothers way up there taking care of their little postage stamps gardens. We thank the Father for that. Well, we hope that you enjoyed the garden video. We try to keep you abreast, and I do appreciate the solicitation of constantly wanting to see exactly where the garden or how it is growing. in these weeks. I thought I would show y'all, and mind you, what I just showed you is just a portion. We're not even talking about the garden at the top of the hill. We're not talking about the garden in the back there. We're not talking about the garden in any of them places. This is just one of our, we actually have a total of 3 garden areas on the community, 3 of them. And, you know, it does take, I'm not going to kid you, it does take a great sacrifice to be able to make and to produce these kinds of gardens. It really truly does. Every building that you see in the background, myself and the brother, we built each and every last one of them with our own hands. And we thank the Father for that too. Let me change this over here. Right now it's kind of cool at this time of the day here because the sun is setting over there in the west, and we have a lot of shade. And we just, you know, we live a quiet and peaceable life. And of course, a term I've often coined and continue to keep coining, I'm going to continue to keep saying it again. The only organic food that there is what you grow yourself, because you know what's in it. We'll do one more last stop right here. We have to definitely always pin this particular area in because the rabbits, they used to like a lot of our food, but we don't have any trouble with the rabbit population anymore. We truly don't. But anyway, we have already started planting green beans. And there's Black Seed Simpson way over in the far corner. But we've already started planting green beans in all these beds. And it's looking like we're getting ready to have a bumper crop and a bumper season of green beans. Again, there's part of the massive greenhouse, the 30 by 60. There's a smaller one right there. And I tell you, we are continually blessed. Does a very good job at the landscaping in front of the homes out here. They do a very, very good job. They all have wonderful green thumbs, and they just love doing the work in the yards and beautifying the community, because, you know, people often come here and say, man, this looks like a little mini hidden Garden of Eden. Well, I mean, we do take great pride in keeping our lands clean. And I don't mind telling you that when you come on this road right here, you can definitely tell the difference between us and our neighbors. I promise you that. Another one of the houses right here. And